On March 7th, 2010, the Coca-Cola Company started a new advertisement campaign that promotes Diet Coke as the necessary fuel that powers people's lives, in keeping individuals at their best and helping them stay extraordinary. The first advertisement, titled Stay, which debuted on ABC's telecast of the Academy Awards, will be the subject of this media analysis. Stay projects a preferred reading of Diet Coke empowering individuals, allowing them to stay extraordinary. However, the truth, which comes to light in an oppositional reading, is that Stay injects messages into individuals' conceptual systems that appeal to their desire for identity. These mass media messages further perpetuate a system of class hierarchy and hegemony by implying that individuals' desires can be satisfied by purchasing and drinking Diet Coke. Taking a Marxist perspective, Stay projects a preferred reading that Diet Coke powers people's lives, making them healthy and thus empowering them to stay extraordinary. Stay injects a preferred ideological meaning that Diet Coke will satisfy individuals' desires for identity by allowing them to achieve everything or anything in the following list: confidence, attention to detail, focus, healthy body, alertness, decisiveness, social self-assurance, classiness, style, creativity, and motivation. These general characteristics are what the majority of individuals desire as part of their identities in society. Unfortunately, this common-sense preferred reading is the essence of disempowerment. In a subversion or outright rejection of the preferred meaning, it evidently becomes apparent through an oppositional reading that the mass media messages in Stay only serve the elite. The predisposition for individuals to intake the preferred reading first is a product of hegemony. Barry Brummett states, "Hegemony is a remarkable phenomenon. Because of it, oppressed people not only accept, but often participate in their own oppression." Hegemony is a specific scheme of oppression that exists only because the processes in which power sustains itself are concealed and hidden from the conceptual systems of the masses. Therefore, the vast majority of people in society are completely unaware of the ways in which they're disempowered. The Coca-Cola Company uses Stay to inject messages about their product directly into the conceptual systems of individuals in society. The methodology behind the technique that the Coca-Cola Company uses to inject messages into individuals in society relies on human desire for its function. Freud and other psychoanalysts have come to various conclusions in their research on human psyche and desire, exclaiming that people in modern society allowed their desires to make decisions. Therefore, the vast majority of society takes the hierarchical role of passive consumers whom are driven by instinctual or unconscious desires, and if a corporation can trigger those needs and desires with media, they can get an individual to purchase its good or service. The Coca-Cola Company specifically uses signs in Stay to inject messages that set off the unconscious instincts of an individual to desire what it is implied that Diet Coke will give them. The choice of the Coca-Cola Company to use images and not dialogue in Stay was for the specific reason that images are more flexible in promoting varied interpretations. Barry Brummett asserts, "Overall, images are relatively more ambiguous than language. This ambiguity can be a resource for rhetoric in the hands of a skillful persuader. The images in Stay are structured in a specific context that appeal to our desires for personal identity." In this Marxist analysis, ideology is defined as a system of beliefs that help justify the actions of those in power by distorting and misrepresenting reality. Stay injects messages of their ideology that Diet Coke is an indispensable part of people's lives, allowing them to stay at their very best and stay extraordinary in whatever they do. Stay's ideology is obviously a misrepresentation of reality because it implies that individuals must drink Diet Coke in order to stay or become extraordinary. Thereby, mass media messages in Stay normalize the ideology that is being projected. In turn, media messages in Stay do not reflect the real world, they represent it. When people make common sense assumptions about these representations, they unknowingly accept the implied ideology. Mass media messages promoting the ideology within Stay appeal to our instinctual or unconscious desires to achieve further identity with society. In modern-day capitalist culture, we seek and define our identities in two ways: through the consumption of products and our relationships between human beings. Modern capitalist culture tells us that happiness and satisfaction of our desire can be purchased. Stay injects the preferred meaning that if you would like to stay or become extraordinary, then you must purchase Diet Coke. The Coca-Cola Company uses an ideological appeal to our identities as a means of gaining profit and power. This appeal and our common sense reading of it increases our disempowerment in today's hegemonic society. The phenomenon of cultural hegemony is not limited to America. It is a global phenomenon, specifically the disempowering operations of the Coca-Cola Company, which amounts to a form of cultural imperialism. The Coca-Cola Company is the world's largest beverage company, with more than 500 brands in 200 different countries, amounting to about 1.6 billion servings per day. With billions of dollars spent on advertising every year, one would think that the Coca-Cola Company would communicate to its consumers the fact that one of Diet Coke's key ingredients, aspartame, is a highly controversial substance. It is said that aspartame consumption is associated with over 92 severe health side effects, ranging from memory loss to even death. In my opinion, corporate produced, mediated ideological appeal to our desire for an identity entails disempowerment in society, because people will never be satisfied, while aspartame consumption contributes to the physical disempowerment of individuals. In turn, we are paying them to kill us.